Welcome to the tour of the Workbench Programming Canvas. This video is going to show you how to connect devices and use coding blocks to control them. We won't be going over any programming theory in this video, but we have plenty of projects to help you get started with programming once you're familiar with the layout. Let's start over on the far left, where you'll see the Devices button. When you click this, a modal will appear where you can select which of our partner products you would like to connect to the canvas. You can also use the Add Device in the upper right. The console is where any data that your program outputs will be shown. It's also where you can see error messages and use that information to fix your program. The Run button is what you press when you're ready to run your program. It also turns into a Stop button, which you can use to stop your program at any time. Some devices have LED lights that you can program to change. If you'd like to change the default device LED color, you can change it here. If you click on the ellipses in the upper right, you have the option to save, clear, or clean up blocks. Clearing your program will delete all blocks from the canvas. Clean up blocks will align all blocks to the left, so if you've made a bit of a mess, you can see your blocks better. Here we have some canvas controls. This button will center your blocks in the middle of the canvas. Use the buttons beneath this one to zoom in and out, and the trash can is where you can drag blocks to get rid of them. Now let's take a look at the actual blocks you're given to work with. These are the default blocks and can be used with any of our partner products. However, once you connect a device, you will find that another section of blocks will appear that is product specific. For example, your Sam Labs blocks will not work to make your Parrot drone work. Let's look at the general blocks. This is where you will find your program start block, which you'll need to run every program you create. These blocks perform very basic functions, and you can use them in conjunction with other blocks. Next, we have our logic blocks. This allows your program to make a choice. If something is happening, do this. For example, if the spheral collides with an object, make it flash red. There are lots of other options here, but that's the basic idea behind these blocks. Loop blocks literally make your program loop over and over as many times as you want. You can select a specific number of loops or simply say, repeat forever. The color blocks allow you to manually control the LED lights on a number of our partner devices. Math blocks allow you to integrate numbers and mathematical calculations into your programs to achieve a higher level of accuracy. Text blocks allow you to create text for your device to output in some way. It varies depending on the device. You can also get information about pieces of text and manipulate it. Using list blocks allows you to create, modify, and read from lists. A list is a way to group objects in our code so we can access them more easily. Variable blocks can be used to tell other parts of a program what to do instead of writing the same value over and over. You can also use the change by block to increment the value of a variable over time. A function is a container that we keep an algorithm in so that we can reuse it over and over more easily. So rather than having to use a series of blocks over and over again, a function is like a shortcut. That's it for the blocks. Let's go over connecting a device. Make sure the Bluetooth capability on your computer is turned on. Select a device from the device menu. We're going to use a Sphero. Once you've selected a device, you'll notice it appears in the device panel. But this does not mean that it is connected, as is indicated by it being under Disconnected Devices. Press the Connect button after making sure that your Sphero or other device is turned on. This will bring up a Bluetooth box where you can select your device and click Pair. You will now see that your device is connected, as indicated by being in the Connected Devices section and the battery level indicator. In the upper right of each device, you can click the gear for some other options. Some are device specific, but all allow you to rename, disconnect, or remove a device from your project entirely. As previously mentioned, once you've connected a device, a new section of blocks will appear in the block list. These blocks are specific to the device. A great thing about the Workbench Programming platform is the ability to use different devices in conjunction and allow them to interact. For example, you can create a program that makes a parrot drone take off when your Sphero collides with an object. The possibilities are endless. If you don't want to create your own program yet, you can browse programs that have already been built by going to the portfolio, look for the blocks icon, and test out some programs. So how do programs and projects work together? So, when you're looking at a project, you'll notice that some have a button near the top that says Open Programming Canvas. This means that there is a program that accompanies this particular project. So let's see what this looks like when we open the programming canvas from inside a project. You'll be prompted to create a new program that will be added to your portfolio, so you can come back and work on it at any time. You can also rename it if you want. Now, let's click Start Programming. So the first thing you'll see is there is now a new panel in the programming canvas. It's the Project panel, and this is where all the steps from the project that we were just looking at will be, so that you can follow along while programming. No need to switch back and forth between windows. You can still answer questions or do any other work that you need to do in order to finish the project. If you don't need the programming canvas and would rather just have the project view, you can click Back to Assignment in the upper left at any time. Remember, if you simply click the Programming tab on the top, you won't get the steps to any project. You must go to the project first and use that button in order to have the project panel appear. That's it for our tour of the programming canvas.